Welcome back.
Nick and Lex here.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys? So tonight we're super excited because we got a Dan request, but it's Steely Dan. Right?
I'm like, how are you gonna play that out?
Yeah, it's Steely Dan, and it's from Katie Lied for JK. Thank you so much, JK. This is JK's Dan request for the month.
Yes.
And what are we going to listen to today?
We are going to listen to the third track of the album, Rose Darling. We have done several tracks from this album, Katie Lied. We've done Black Friday, Bad Sneakers, Dr. Wu.
Daddy.
Daddy Don't Live in New York City. Your Gold Teeth 2. Chain Lighting.
I think so.
Sounds familiar. But this is one of the ones that we hadn't done.
It's only
from this
3.
album.
Yeah, we're missing 3, and now we're gonna miss 2, and then we're finally done.
So JK is helping us get through the Steely Dan albums with this request. So thank you very much. And like Nick said, this was JK's Dan membership request from Patreon. As a Dan member, you get a guaranteed song request every month. You also get access to all of the full albums and 2 new full albums every month. Also, you get to suggest an album. Also
very important, we are still doing the raffles.
Yes.
We fell a little bit behind because of life, just life gets in the way. And also Alexia was having some back issues. So all that together, we still miss doing the August raffle, and then we'll do the September, like mid.
Yeah, usually I do like if that happens, which it's happened, I just do one video with both months on there. So we'll see. But thank you for mentioning that.
Also, please be sure when you get your Dan, when you're a raffle winner, please as soon as possible send us the marathon, because it does void after a while. Yeah. Because we can't we can't wait 3 weeks after the winner and then suddenly, so we did implement
it piles up. Yeah. Yes, thank you for that. And I'll be sure to mention that in the raffle video when I do that very soon.
She's the raffle video maker.
Yeah. So, but for now, Steely Dan, Katie Lied, I'm very excited. We were hoping, but it didn't work out, to go see Steely Dan in Madison Square Garden today or tomorrow. But we did get to see them once live in Portland. Not the best experience, just the venue wasn't great. So we'll have yet again, hopefully, another chance. And obviously when we saw it, it was Steely Dan, but it was just Donald.
I know. So. And this one was, of course, with the Eagles, But again, now that I think about it, it's okay. I mean, that was the last time we could see the Eagles.
Allegedly, yes.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, they do these farewell tours like literally a lot. So, yeah, it would have been amazing, but I'd rather see those 6 bands. I mean, we saw Steely Dan. We saw the other band that was amazing. Yes. Snarky Puppy. We'll get to see them again, I'm sure. Yeah, Donald is not finished yet.
Steely Dan is coming to Colorado
on your birthday.
On my birthday. But we're not going to be here because we're going to go to California for another concert. So, but anyway, I feel bad that we're making this intro so long. A lot of people don't like that. But let's get started with Rose Darling. And I'm very excited about this because I've seen this song mentioned in the comments several times, and it's going to be a
banger, like always.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
Darling, come to me, Snake Mary's gone to bed. All our steaming sounds of love cannot disturb her in her night or raise her sleeping head. All I ask of you is make my wildest dreams come true.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could have kept going for another 3 minutes.
Yes, yes.
And I would have been totally fine with that.
It was.
I
don't know. This is like a new
laggy.
thing. Laggy. Like I push, like stop, and then it doesn't stop. But well, now this was the first of like 80 listens that I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
like
for
pursue.
sure.
Because it's always the same. When I listen to a new Steely Dan song, then I listen to it like at least on today. I'm gonna listen to it another 10 times just so it like it's just in there. And but the cool thing is now, since I'm now so familiar with their style, I can now almost listen to the music and enjoy the lyrics on the first time. But Donald's voice is so good here. I love the way he almost like there's some kind of like, I don't know how he does it. Like it almost sounds like he has a lisp, but he doesn't, right?
I've never noticed that.
Not just the way he sings. He is like a chameleon. Like he does this on purpose.
Yes, he does.
And he does like these different versions of his voice, and I just love that. And all the changes were wonderful. Everything about the song. I didn't want to pause it because I know with Steely Dan we can get away with it. The studio is cool. They don't block the song.
But it was so short, and I didn't want to ruin it. For me, I loved how much it sounded like Katie live.
Yes, totally.
Very
like,
Dr. Wu.
Like Black Friday.
Yes, it fits right in.
Remember the song that we constantly listen to in Spain? The one, Any Major Fool. And that it reminded me of that structure. There's so much in there, so much good stuff. In 3 minutes, there's like a solo, all these chord progressions, chorus, outro. I felt the same way. It's a great freaking song. I love it. And it's now in our collection of songs that we can listen to. And we've really like, with Steely Dan, especially with Steely Dan, we have been like very
adamant.
Yeah, of not listening to the songs, even though I'm like dying to hear
songs that we haven't heard before.
Yeah, so we can do them on the channel. But now we're almost like we're literally getting
running out.
I literally were running out of albums. The only album where we haven't done like we've only done like 3 is the first album. But then everything else is like we're literally running out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I loved this song. I think this was a great request, JK. Thank you very much. I loved that they had all the Steely Dan elements in there, good keys, great horns, backing vocals there. It had
Donald was on
checked
fire.
All the boxes.
Guitar solo.
Yeah. Wonderful. They're both so great together, and they created such great things. I think
I asked this question once, like 2 years ago when we started with Steely Dan, or a year ago, I think. It's not been 2 years, but it seems like we've been listening to Steely Dan forever. But is there like a bad song? And first I thought, yes, there's one song has to suck, right? And then when we started listening to early Dan, because we started with Asia and Gaucho, and then we got into these early albums, I was like, maybe it's not that good. And then I got it. I got the style, you know, the early style, and it's like, I still think there's not a bad dance song.
Yeah.
Even the songs that were not released are amazing.
Oh, I know. We've done a few of those. Check those out.
So it's like ridiculous. This band has not a bad song.
No.
You know, so it's like
they never disappoint. They never give less. And I think it was that sense of perfection that they were both striving for, that it had to be perfect every time, every song, every album.
And even perfect songs were just not released.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, like The Bear or the second what is
arrangement.
It called?
Yeah.
But that was lost. That was deleted. But man,
amazing.
Steely Dan is just the perfect band for, you know, what did they say?
Any event.
No, but they say that's the favorite band of.
Oh, your favorite band's favorite band.
Yeah. Literally, that's so true. So
everyone we've showed Steely
Oh
Dan
my
too
God.
is now a huge Steely Dan fan. It's just such a joy to be able to share this. Even when I'm like exercising, I look for like Steely Dan playlists like to ride to, and it's just
Yeah, in Mexico, we played a Steely Dan to a couple of people, and they were immediately, "What is this?" Oh, it's Steely Dan. Like you won't know them because it's like they don't play this stuff in
No.
Mexico
No,
in
they
the
don't.
radio. And then they're like, "Oh my God,
Where
oh my
has
God!"
this been?
Yeah, and I know, we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but this was a great request, JK. Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you for wanting us to keep going down the Steely Dan hole and sealing them little by little. I'm very
I'm gonna be
grateful.
so sad once it's over.
I know.
But we still have, the solo records, I think Walter's solo stuff is not as Dan oriented. I think Donald's solo stuff is very Dan
Yes.
in like injected,
Yes.
So those three we're still gonna be able, and then we still have to do the last two.
Yeah.
In full. And then we're done. So I guess another year or something. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone so much. If this was your first Steely Dan reaction that you're watching of ours, welcome and go back in time. Give us a like, subscribe, check out our other videos, and we hope to see you all in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye.